Hi guys, this is Anya with Elemental Therapy, and today I would like to show you 4 yoga positions that will save your hips. You know how we get sometimes real tight, we sit a lot at the computers, driving around and sitting in the car a lot, and so our hips can get kind of frozen, and then it's really difficult to walk. And the older we get, it is more and more difficult to walk, and then life is not fun because it's beautiful to be outside and walking around is our basic movement. So if you dedicate only about 10 to 15 minutes a day to these exercises, you will not have problem with hips. I can guarantee you that. So first one is a very basic lotus position. And lotus position basically rotates the hip. It's a lateral rotation, and it activates all the lateral rotator muscles, which are 9 of them, and one of them is piriformis. It's a muscle that gets tight, and it's responsible for sciatica pain. So this is a good way to get rid of that sciatica pain. And so the way to do it is to kind of like push your leg away from you using your arm, and that creates a space in your hip, in that socket, the ball and the socket type of joint. That's the great trachanta joint. Away from yourself, and then gently push the other way. It might look like nothing, but this gentle stretch is really powerful. It really opens up the whole line of muscles, creating the space here, and I actually feel it in my lower back as well. Because like for example, psoas muscle, it running through our body, attaching to the lower back, so this will address your lower back problems. Same thing here. Be gentle with your body and really listen to any kind of pains you might have, and breathe, or tightnesses that you might have, and breathe into them. Allow your body to heal. Fold forward. Breathe. And when you feel comfortable, we're going to go to really intense stretch, which many people don't know. It's called cow position. And basically cow is when you put one knee on top of another knee. So it looks like from above here, it looks like the head of the cow, and this is the horns. So the idea here, again, is to, this is really powerful rotation and adduction, lateral rotation and adduction of the hips. It feels really intense, and most people probably cannot go that far. If you can only go that far, that's fine. So however you can do it, but just stay there with me for a little bit. So the idea again is to be gently dynamic about your exercise, and gently rotate on all different angles, exploring and finding where you hold the tension. And hips are area where we hold lots of emotions, so you might have emotional responses after you get deep enough into your stretches, and you will feel this kind of intense nagging pain, but go through it and surrender to the pain, because it will lead you to the healing. It will lead you to the emotional healing. So lots of like emotions like anger and fear, that very basic emotions that correspond to the root chakra, and hips are connected to the root chakra, the earth, the survival. So whatever fears you might have that related to survival, you might release them here. So the goal is to lie down on your hips, on your knees completely, and just melt into the ground. Just melt. Let your body melt into this position. It feels really intense. And get out from the position slowly too, because getting out of there just maybe as painful as getting into the positions. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. We'll stack our knees like 2 pancakes on top of each other. Wiggle and find where we might have tightness, and then gently lower yourself, lower your chest towards your knees. Let the gravity assist you. Don't push yourself, don't force your body, but let the body just melt and use gravity as your friend here. It really opens up the iliotibial tract. It's the connective tissue to which a lot of the hip and leg muscles are touching. So when it's tight and crumpled, we cannot really use our muscles effectively. We just, tearing on the muscles when we walk or run. Okay, so this is cow. That feels amazing already. You can rock back and forth too. That's pretty good. Oh my gosh. All this movement activates this really, really deep it allows very deep access to the connective tissue that holds your joint together, because the joint is this ball and socket joint. The greater trochanter joint is actually covered with lots of connective tissue. So here we're activating and stretching and allowing the nutrients, allowing the fresh blood, allowing the oxygen to come to this connective tissue and restore it and rejuvenate it, instead of being frozen and calcified. It's alive again. Okay, so this was a cow. The next one I want to show you is called the fish. And basically the fish is when we sit like this, and then we're going to fall back. But I want to show you this position first, because this is the opposite rotation of the hip. This is more medial rotation of the hip. So this is the opposite rotation of the cow and the lotus position. So here again you can wiggle yourself and find different angles. It's good to be dynamic about the yoga positions. Doesn't have to be just linear and that one position. You can really move in these positions. So let me show you how it looks from the side. If you cannot see it, you can do this, but you will feel whatever holds you here. You will feel and you will work on this, and you can hold your heels and just gently activate this rotation, activate this position in your body. And if you can see it, good. And if you can lie down, even better, because now it will get, I just felt a crack. My sacrum bones just released, adjusted. And you just let go and relax in this position, enjoy it. You can lift your chest if you'd like to. It creates more openness in the sacral area. And raise yourself, thank you. Raise yourself, and then you can fall forward, again activating this. Okay, that's how it looks from the side. Now the fourth position, the next position, is really intense. Hello. It's called the frog. And the frog is really extreme abduction of the hip. Abduction, maybe I should move this way. And we're going to rotate it in all directions. So facing forward like a frog. And then here you're going to thrust in and out your hips. In, oh God. I think this is the intensest of them all. Oh Jesus Christ. This is really painful. But it's not like a sharp pain, it's like really kind of like, it's hard to describe this pain. I mean, get into the frog and you experience it yourself. Let me show you the frog from the side. Oh my God. Getting out of it is just painful as getting into it. Okay. So here, that's how you position yourself. And then you thrust in and out, in and out, and when you're going out, you're gonna push yourself backwards. And then you can lie down and just relax in this position. And surrender to the pain. Because that pain will lead you to salvation. God. Oh, God. And then if you dare, here you can torque, 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 torque. Oh gosh, let me get out of this. Oh. Let's go to a child position, just a resting position, just to kind of recover from all that. All right, so this was your 4 hip saving positions. I like to finish with lotus, just because it's the opposite rotation of what we just did. So it's like a recovery position. And like right now I feel I need to lie down because it was really deep. I feel such joy. Ah. Oh God. This is what I was talking about, the emotional release. Oh, I definitely was holding something in my stomach. Some sadness. And peace. And now I just feel so much peace and calm. So much that I don't even want to talk anymore. Bye.